Uh, I hope you guys are able to see my screen exactly. Okay, so in previous classes, if you remember, we learned about a actions class actually. Oh, in actions class, we learned how to perform or what to call right click on the web element or double click on a web element particular using actions class. So same thing we provide with today. We'll proceed with the further whatever the actions we can provide on a web element by using mouse as well as a keyboard event action. So just we learned only some what you call a mouse event action, double click, right click through actions. Also today we'll learn on different action like drag and drop, mouse over, how then copy and paste with by using keyboards. Then yeah, these things we'll learn with respect to the what you call actions. So first we'll start with drag and drop. Let's see if it is there. So what do you mean by when is it? Okay, I will open on the website. Yeah, what do you mean by drag and drop? Say, for example, this is a drag, and you wanted to drop. There are some scenario in real time. Also, you have to perform these kind of scenario. How we can perform these kind of scenario in a Selenium by using actions class. So first, you think how we are doing manually. First, drag and drop. What we are doing. First, we are whatever clicking this one, and we are doing drag and drop. So like this we are doing. So first what you have to do, right? First you have to identify this element, then second you have to identify this element, then you have to perform a drag and drop option. Assume that this is a source element, this is a target element, then you have to move this element to the here drop actually. So same thing you will do. First you understand the manual concept, how I'm doing a drag and drop. First I'm identifying this first element, then I'm selecting, then dragging and drop to the source element. So I have to identify the source element also. So if you remember, I will show you the same thing with respect to automation, how we can do. So in order to do drag and drop option, Selenium provide one method called a drag and drop option actually. So through this drag and drop, you can perform the drag and drop in a Selenium. So I will, first you have to inspect this element. I have inspected, refresh. I inspected this both two elements, source and this is the ID is the draggable, and the drop element if I see this also identified. So first what you have to do, right? Write down the what you call web. You call it as a one is a source element. This is a source element. This is a target element. So first you identify these two. So first you identify a source element, target element identified. Now what you have to do, right? As you know, right? Drag and drop. So there's I told you Selenium provide on drag and drop option. So we'll do the same thing exactly. So what will this? I'll write better new thing only. So first we have to create action class object. So after creating action class object, take reference to the drag. Can you see? Drag and drop. So there are two options it will provide. One you can perform drag and drop by using source element and a target element. Just you have to drag and drop by using source, and if you know source element and target element, you can do that also. Then other thing you can perform by using offset. I will tell you how you can perform this. If you see syntax, web element source, int x offset and int y offset. So what it mean by x offset to y offset means, so from what to call difference in that those two elements you can do by using pixel, by using pixelize also you can do drag and drop. That they mean by offset exactly. Okay, so first we'll say by using source and target exactly. So what is our source element? If you see here, this is our source element. So you have to give source element. Then what is our target element? This is our target element. Just you have to give a target element. Then dot perform. So if you remember, for each at the end you have to write a build. If you first class, if you remember, either you can write a build dot perform or you can write a perform. So same thing I will execute now. You can see whether it will execute or not. Can you guys see? it did a drag and drop options actually. So whenever in real time, if you get drag and drop option like this also, you can perform by using a drag and drop. So now we'll perform using what to call offset. If you saw there, there is a one more what to call
Sorry,
say.
Shashanker, I'm sorry, I have a small doubt here.
Okay.
Yeah, you wrote here like web element source driver dot find element by
Yeah.
ID, right?
Yeah.
So like where is XPath actually? Like
If you remember, okay, I will show you. I identify by using ID. Okay, I will show you.
okay,
Can you see ID?
okay, draggable.
Draggable.
Okay,
This is, and if you see source target, this is this ID.
cool. Yeah.
Yep. This is a source. This is a target. You identify these two exactly. Yep. If you know
Okay.
how to identify locators, I have sent to the some link exactly. Initially, I told how to identify different web element locator exactly. I think you can go through that one exactly.
Okay.
So if you,
Thanks, man.
yeah, yeah. So if you can give any name exactly. So for understanding purpose, I tried this is source, this is the target. So you have to do drag and drop. Same Selenium provide drag and drop method in order to perform a drag and drop option. This is
Sorry
by
to, hello.
yeah.
If you want to write XPath for that,
Yeah, yeah.
that possible or not?
Yeah, it is possible. See, if you see in locator, so we'll always give a first preference to ID actually, which is unique. So that is a fastest way it can identify the element instead of writing XPath. XPath is a last. You should give preference to the XPath to the last actually. If it is ID is available, you take that ID. If nothing is available, that in that time only you can write a XPath actually.
Okay.
So these
Thank.
concept I explain in the locator exactly, which locator first you should use exactly. Then at the
Okay.
end, which yeah, there I
Actually, I doubt if you not write XPath here. That's why I asked you.
no, you can write XPath also. Same thing if you see here, what you call by using uh, anything is available. Yeah, this by using text contents is equal to drag me. By using this also you can here write exactly. So ID is easily available for us. Why we need to write again XPath? Why should we make complicate? Again, if you write XPath, that parsing it will take time exactly. ID it is a unique, so it can identify easily. It will take
Oh,
faster time compared to the XPath actually. So we should give
okay.
always preference to the ID first while identifying the locator.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
So that is done. If you did by using source and target, one more it is there exactly. I will show same two way we can perform. Builder dot drag and drop. See, we tried this source web element, and so one more option is there: drag and drop int x offset and int y offset actually. So what web element will show you? Source web element you put here. This one source x offset. So this is a pixel. I will tell you how that offset it will calculate. Y offset some 200 dot perform. So what it mean by x offset and y offset means, so how it will calculate a offset, right? So first it will calculate a location exactly. If you see in how it will be, this is a location it will calculate. Location means it will come x and y position of this element it will calculate. This is a source element offset you have to calculate first, x offset. Source first it will calculate location, then you should get the x coordinate actually. Then here also it will calculate location and should you get the what to call x and y coordinate. So how you can move that in from this x coordinate to and this x coordinate we can move this. The meaning is like from source element, this coordinate is a x offset from here to here. The how much pixel you wanted to move, that we have to mention exactly. I will show you one more example where I can calculate the x offset and y offset. If you don't know, you put random and you can see exactly how it is moving offset by. If you put 100 where it is moving, if you put something it is a basically pixel value. You can increase 100, 150, 200. You can do this is a trial and error. If you don't know this offset value, just you have to do trial and error. I given 100 and 200. Let's see where it will go. Or other example also I'm having exactly some random, so it will drag somewhere and keep somewhere exactly. Can you guys see? It dragged somewhere exactly. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. I'll execute one more time. It's selecting mouse. See, I did. Oh. So if you select this drag, it will move somewhere exactly. I have written somewhere. Let's say I will check this offset again. Something I will increase. So automatically it will move randomly somewhere exactly. If you say select offset, if you know proper offset, this X and Y offset, then it will move properly. Just I'm selecting random. Let's say where it will move. It won't move the proper, but it will do drag and drop somewhere exactly. That's the only one thing it will do. Yep. I will show you in another example. This same thing exactly. So I think move target out of bound exception. So this is a what you call that offset is what you call more exactly. That's the reason it's giving. Let's say I will give one 250 something. Okay, we'll see exactly this one in another example. I will show you same thing. Why how randomly it will move to the other place. That offset we have to calculate first. So one more I will show you by offset. So how you have to calculate offset. So here same thing I did exactly to learning pro. First what it will do, right? First you have to calculate the option. So there is a one method called get location. Then it will get a offset. You have to get x coordinate for the this is a source, and you have to get x and y offset for each element. Then you have to calculate the difference. Then you can do drag and drop exactly. Here, get a location, get x and y, get location, get x and y. Then you can add a pixel how much you wanted to difference. Then you can move. Same thing I will show you exactly. So get location, get x coordinate, get this is for what you call source element exactly. Offset one is a source element. Get location, get y. This is a method actually. Get location, get text. If you do, you will get option. Same thing I'm doing for a what to call target element x of get x, get y. So I'm adding a offset, taking a difference of these two what to call offset from this minus this. Then you can move by pixel by 5 10 pixel size however you want, just giving a difference here actually 10 pixel. Then build drag and drop. Then I'm doing a by offset wise exactly x and y offset, then perform exactly. Let's see whether it will perform or not with respect to offset here. I'm printing a offset value also here. Can you see it performed actually? This x offset is 480, y offset is a 300 actually, x offset that value. So based on this like this also you can do drag and drop option actually. Any doubt here? This is just syntax drag and drop for offset value you give from web element actually. Any doubt with respect to dragon? So I will show one more thing. If it I have done somewhere here only by randomly moving this object only. Let's see. It will come somewhere here. I did just drag and drop somewhere here. It will come. I tried, but let's see if it is there. Okay, let's see. We'll try here one more time if it is there. Mhm. See. Right, that came automatically. I don't know. See, okay, yeah, leave this one exactly. I don't know why it's not happening. So just it will do like this exactly. That to call source and x offset. You randomly I wanted to show if you select some random, it will come somewhere here. Actually, somewhere this drag and it won't come here exactly through offset. Through offset also we can do drag and drop. So any doubt here with respect to drag and drop? So whenever you get in real time, exactly you will get so many things you wanted to drag and drop. By using actions class, you can perform a drag and drop. If no doubt, we can move to the next concept actually. So next concept we will learn about a mouse over exactly. Let's see mouse over. So mouse. So I will show you. What do you mean by mouse over exactly? So you so if you guys see here, if I click here menu item, this mouse over, if I do, just I'm moving mouse what to call cursor to here exactly like this. If I do mouse over and if I click here, just it's moving. I'm not clicking anything, just I'm scrolling the mouse exactly. So in this kind of a scenario, how you have to do exactly in mouse over action. So this mouse over actions also we can do with respect to what to call. If you normal identify and if you click, sometimes it won't work actually. It is basically mouse over you are doing exactly in that particular web element. These kind of a scenario also we can handle by using the Selenium actions class exactly. So first you have to identify this web element. So then after that you have to do mouse over. First, if you remember, I identified this web element by using XPath. So here I didn't add anything. I think 1 minute I will look. So just right click inspects. So first I will tell you guys to first you go through that what to call. See here, I don't have anything to identify this web element. So I use the XPath actually by using a contains functions text. So I identified actually. So if you wanted to confirm, you can just whether web element is proper also, you can do here also. See, it's selected actually if you see. So like this also you can confirm. You guys please go through this locators class. There I will show you exactly how we can confirm whether a locator is identified or not properly. So first I identified the web element. So there Selenium provide here one what you call move to element option exactly. So first I identified the move to element exactly. There is a one method exactly. Through move to element we can do the mouse over exactly. So first again write actions class, then take a web element. I will show you act dot move to. Can you guys see move to element? So here move to element, again the two options are there. One, web element target, again it is int x offset, y offset. So move to element. So first we will do the target element exactly where I wanted to perform that. So if we click move to element target, mouse over where you wanted to see our my this is a target element mine exactly. From there means I want to identify, I wanted to do mouse over for this element, you have to give that web element name. So again dot perform. So if you see here, let's say now whether it will do mouse over or not. Can you guys see it did mouse over exactly? So I didn't click the web element, just I did the mouse over. If you guys see, and never use this any click method somewhere here exactly. Just it is a mouse over options. Just if you do the mouse over on that particular element, it will that drop down will come. So if you see, this is a one method, and one more method if you see there is also through offset also we can perform. So how if you see here syntax method, one more action dot move to element. So web element target, so int x offset and y offset. So we'll give again you know how to calculate that offset, so you have to give offset value here exactly. So just given some random offset value, so it will move to somewhere exactly. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Second time it came to sub items actually. So offset it calculated and move to offset it just did a mouse over exactly. From here to here I given some offset value 100 to 50, so immediate from there nearer to, so it moved that mouse to the nearest offset. So now what I will do, right, same thing. If you see wanted to, I will do first, then I wanted to do mouse over here exactly, same thing I will explain. So same what I did right here, nothing, just you have to identify that sub list web element here. Again I've identified, again you have to move same actions class, move to that element. First you have to click what you call main item here, then you have to click sub item, it will do the mouse over. Let's say whether we are able to perform same thing with respect to script or not. Can you guys see it did the mouse over for that items? So next if you wanted to do here do mouse over, just you first you identified here, you also identified here, next you have to identify this thing exactly, you identify this, then you can do the mouse over there also. So like this, you can do the mouse over action. In actions class, there are methods available. You should know which method where it will applicable exactly. So if in actions class, if you see, remember, first we used what to call mouse event operation like context click, then double click, mouse click, then click actions, then we did mouse over, then previously what we did, then drag and drop. So everything for in order to perform what to call keyboard you actions and mouse action, Selenium provide a method actually. Through actions class, you can perform what whichever methods available there in Selenium. Any doubt here with respect to mouse over? So actually, if I see you this x offset and y offset, this is not exactly the main. The most of the time this will use for a slider exactly. What to call? If you know slider drag and drop, so they will calculate. Then from here to here, horizontal or vertical. That time it will most people will help you exactly this offset. Most of the time directly they will use this one only exactly source and target. If you see here. So offset is most of the time people will prefer for a slider when we wanted to do the slider, that time it will help. So now we'll try to learn how to do sliding in Selenium exactly. Learn slider somewhere is there. Okay. So what do you mean by slider? If you see slider, so this is a sliding. So how we can perform these kind of a scenario in a Selenium exactly slider. So through offset also we can perform directly. So like what to call here is seeing right 20%, 20 pixel, 30 pixel, you can move like this. Through this like offset also perform. If you see what I'm doing, first I'm click and holding, then sliding, click and holding and sliding, click and holding and sliding. Directly I'm not able to slide exactly here. So this kind of Selenium provide in order to perform sliders in, there is a like click and hold or move through offsets also we can perform the slider in a Selenium actually. These kind of actions or scenario you wanted to perform in real time, we can perform through actions. So same thing I will show you exactly. So first I've identified this XPath web element. This if you see this one, what to call this bar web element I've identified. So we'll see actions. What will do actions dot move to elements also we can use here directly. Move to element only we can use here. Actions dot move to element. So can you see here move to element int x offset and y offset use. So here we are making horizontally. So I am giving a x offset, not a y offset. Y offset not required for me. So y offset I provided as 0. So x is a horizontal, y is a vertical. So, let's see. First we'll perform with this one. Okay. So directly it will move. Well, let's see directly whether it's moving or not. So didn't it? So so directly it didn't work out. Directly if I did move to element slider, so this what you call element is not helping to move the slider. So there is a one more method called click and hold exactly. A direct move element. Let's say I use if I remember. I think it should perform here also direct. Let's see. By default it is a 25%. I will show you whenever you launch. It is by default it is coming as a 25%. Okay. Through move element, we are not able to perform exactly. So we'll see other options, whichever available are there. So there is options called click and hold options is there. First you have to identify. So actions, click and hold it is there. So we'll show you exactly. Actions dot click and hold. Can you guys see this click and hold? So it requires a web element. So for you have to provide a web element. So I provided this web element, whatever I identified this one. Click and hold. Then one more option is there, offset, move by offset exactly. See here, one more is there. Actions dot move by offset exactly. So here you have to give again that from where to where x to coordination you have to go x offset and y offset. So I given we don't want y offset, so x only a provided. Then after that you have to click right that sliding element. So just I did click sliding element. Let's see, at least this should perform our what to call slider option exactly sliding. If we give 40, at least it should perform offset value. Let's see where it is. Can you see guys? It did what to call did sliding actually. Earlier it was a 25, it moved to the 50 exactly slider. So how I identified this offset, right? I did trial and error exactly. For if I give 40, it's coming for 50. If I give 50, if I give some like this trial and error, I give an offset exactly. So if I give 250, it will directly go to there exactly. Let's say if you see here, somewhere I did for 250 also. This offset I calculated by doing trial and error only. I didn't add anything there. So till what to call end, at what offset value it is moving. If you provide 250 value, it's moving to the end of the slider. See, 100% it moves exactly. Here something they are doing actually. If you see here, uh, while identifying that they're calculating some percentage and they're not moving properly there exactly, even though if you give here. So that's the reason it is showing like this. Let's see. Okay, it should move properly. Okay. Yeah, it's did exactly now because I removed that click, it didn't record for this method. So just if you see directly move to 100 exactly. So like this, you can do the slider. First, what you have to do, you have to identify the web element. If you have to see which method you can apply, if you say I'm doing click and hold, click and hold, click and hold, through that also, your direct move to elements also, if I did, it didn't work out actually, move to element. So if you do move to element, even though if you give maximum, it's not going, it is coming to some 50% only. I'll show you inspect, you will guys understand if possible here. See, can you guys hear something they are calculating here exactly, that pixel, how much even the that pixel wise offset value they are calculating. So you have to see that random by I calculate by using what you call trial and error for 250 of pixel value, it's going to the 100% actually. That's the reason. So this one I calculated random only. Even though when you are doing automation, just you try to give some first pixel, let's see where it is moving. If you give 10 pixel, how it is moving. At the end you can directly what you call put maximum and see whether it's moving properly or not. This one pixel. Otherwise, you have to calculate this offset value. Previously, I shown you, right? You calculate that offset value, then you directly give that offset value here directly. That's also fine. It will work. I think here we are done with this one. Uh, Slider. Any doubt with respect to how to do sliding in Selenium? How to perform actions in a slider? Even though if you have silly doubt, let me know exactly. So it's fine. So we learned drag and drop slider also. We learned anything pending mouse or we learned. So we learned now what to call keyboard actions. We learn. What do you mean? So I think so. Okay. Now what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to enter some details here. Yeah? I wanted to copy whatever the value entered here. I wanted to paste here exactly. In assume that my scenario is there. I have to copy the value present here, then I have to paste. Though these actions, so what I have to paste, right? There are so many ways, but you wanted to perform through keyboard only. So one way, what you call, right? If it is there, you can get the text and store somewhere and directly use a string variable. Then you pass that variable to the input to the send key like this also. But you don't want that one, so you wanted to perform through keyboard only exactly. How we can perform these scenario in Selenium? First I will show you. So first you have to identify all these web element. Then if you see there is so many keyboards methods are available, so we'll learn one by one exactly how we can do the keyboards exactly. So for, first you try to understand how we will do the manually here. You typed, so first you wanted to copy paste. How we will do? First you will do control A, then control C, then we will do control V. This is a manual procedure exactly. If you do same thing with Selenium, let's see whether it will work or not exactly. So how we can do, I will show you. Okay, there is a what to call keyboard method, actually keys input in available in Selenium. I will explain you exactly what it is though. Send keys dot there is a method called keys dot whatever the actions you wanted to perform through keyboard, there is for key events are there exactly. So if you click keys dot, can you see, you will see so many things exactly through what to modifier key available keyboard sections. You wanted to perform any keyboard event actions, you keys dot, if you type, there are so many actions available here exactly. Whatever the actions you wanted, if you wanted to do perform control, if you wanted to do left control, right control, space bar, tab, there are so many are there exactly. Key up down, we'll see some of the available here. Control, what is there again, we'll show you. Yep. Oh yeah, these many is only available. So keys dot control means what it will do basically, it will press the control key. Keys dot control. Keys dot control. So control here, control C you are doing. Then keys dot tab means if you pressing a tab. So if you go here, if you go here, press tab, it will coming right. So I'm pressing a keys dot tab. Then what I'm doing, control V. So control dot V. Let's see whether it will work or not, whether it will copy or not. Whether